Mighty Lakers, and welcome to another newscast of WLKR. Since the beginning of the 2015-2016 school year, many new things have been happening. Numerous teaching positions have been filled in the English, Math, Social Studies, and Science departments. We even have a new face in the Mighty Laker Band. Alexis Polston has more on that story with Assistant Band Director Haley Harrington.
Hi Lakers, it's Alexis here with Miss Harrington, the new Assistant Band Director. So Miss Harrington, what interested you in taking a job here at the Russell County High School?
Well, I saw the band last year at state finals and saw they won, and I was really interested in the program. And so when I applied, I was really excited about getting an interview, and I've just been really excited about the kids. They've been great, and I love being here.
Okay. So how do you think the band will do this year?
I think they'll do really well. We went to Mark Twain this Saturday, and they just did an outstanding job. They worked really hard, and I think they could be just as good, if not better, than last year.
I agree with you. Do you think the band has improved any this year?
I think so. They have come a long way since band camp. You know, we practice a lot, and they make sure to practice at a very high level so they can perform at a high level. So I'm really proud of them and what they can achieve and their potential.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Harrington.
Thank you.
Along with new teaching staff also came our new assistant principal, Mr. Anthony Darnell. Reporter Alexis Polston has more.
Hey Lakers, it's Alexis here with Mr. Darnell, our new assistant principal. So Mr. Darnell, what are your duties as assistant principal?
Primarily I deal with discipline. Of course there's other day-to-day things that have to be dealt with as well, but right now mostly it's discipline. I'm sure that'll change as the year goes on. Mr. Williams, Miss Anderson, and I all kind of share those duties, so that's it.
How do you like your new position, and do you like it better than teaching and or being in a classroom?
I do. This is a job that I knew from day one that I always wanted to do. I wanted to be an assistant principal, and preferably at this school. I love Russell County High School, and that's pretty well, pretty well what I wanted to do. I do miss the classroom. I do miss some of my kids, but I do love this job.
Did you ever think or imagine that you'd be one of the assistant principals here at Russell County High School?
Yeah. It's kind of I always set kind of goals for myself. I don't necessarily publish those, but I do have goals set for myself, and it was a goal that I had set to get to this position. Obviously, I want to go farther. There are other things that I want to do in the district, but this is just a short term goal that I've reached, and hopefully I can continue with that.
What is your favorite thing about your new position?
Just the job in general. I like the fact that I get to deal with all students now versus just a select few students out of a class or something like that. And then also getting to work with all the teachers. I really like the teachers, and I think we've got great faculty and staff here, and just being able to work with them on a daily basis and being able to serve them is a great thing. It's a big opportunity for me, and I appreciate them allowing me to do that.
So how do you plan on changing the school for the better?
Really just by my presence. I want to be positive. I want to be upbeat. I think we've got a great school. I think we've got a great administrative team in place now. Not that it wasn't great before, but I think what we have now, we really seem to work together well as a group. Really, as far as changing wise, I think the big thing is just getting discipline in hand. Just the first few weeks here, it's been kind of crazy, but we'll get that worked out. And just to restore our school, back to a place where students can feel safe and be safe in the hallway, and they're not dealing with fights and drama and all that kind of stuff. I think it's time, when you're in high school, it's time to cut that stuff out. And I would like to be able to say that I was a part of getting that under control and getting school back to focusing on learning, which is the real reason why we're all here anyway.
So far, I think you're doing a pretty good job at that. I know questions have been asked and people have been talking about the parking passes. Is there anything that you would like to add about that or say anything about?
We're just enforcing a rule, guys. It's in the rule book. You should have one of those. Every student should have one. If you don't, come to the office and get one. Read the rules, have your parking permits, have them displayed in the front of the vehicle properly, and just be in compliance. Rules are made for a reason. Somebody out there is probably breaking them every second of the day, but follow the rules, go by what's in the rule book. We are going to enforce it. We are going to issue citations, and if need be, we will have tow trucks up here to move anybody that is habitually in violation of those rules.
Okay. Well, you heard him, Lakers, so be getting those parking passes. Make sure you're following the rules. Thank you, Mr. Darnell.
Thank you.
The Russell County FFA also had some action the second week of school. Here's reporter Alexis Polston with the scoop on the Kentucky State Fair.
Hey, Lakers, it's Alexis here with Miss Wellington interviewing about the FFA trip to Kentucky State Fair. So, Miss Wellington, how many people went to the Kentucky State Fair, and what did the competitions consist of?
This year we had 11 students attend the trip. We had a dairy judging or dairy evaluation team. We had the floral evaluation team. We also had 2 students competing as dairy holders, and then we had a seat identification contestant.
Was there any teams that placed in the top 20?
Yes, we were very proud of our students this year. Whenever you get to the state level, you can have anywhere from 30 to 60 or more teams or contestants in one division because you're at the state level. So this year with our dairy holding students, which were Alexia Lawless and Madison Miniman, they both, with dairy holding, you have to work with the dairy cows in a specific manner, and you have to do that for the dairy evaluation team. Both of those students competed, and Lexia Lawless placed in the top 10 at the state level for dairy holding. We also, with our dairy evaluation team, which consisted of Abby Wilson, Amber Collins, Michaela Scales, and Stephanie Barker, they placed 21st out of over 60 teams at the state level. Then we also had our floral evaluation team, which consisted of Amber Bennett, Megan Tiller, Faith Durkin, and Teresa Durkin. They placed 9th at the state level in floral evaluation. And then we had our seat identification student, which was Emily Cravens, and she placed 10th at the state level. So we done really well this year.
That's awesome. Congratulations, guys. And what are some of the activities that you all do throughout the school year in FFA?
Well, right now, this fall semester, right now we'll have coming up in September the FFA Family Fun Day, where a lot of students in the community, not just high school students, because the high school FFA students help produce this for the community, but a lot of elementary and even younger students can come out to Family Fun Day, which is sponsored with French Valley Farms. And we have a lot of booths like pumpkin painting, face painting. You can get fall pictures. We'll have an petting zoo and hay maze and concessions. We have a really good time. We've also traveled, of course, to the state fair, and we also have coming up our national convention trip. So we have a lot more contests because we also have the Ag Sales job interview and quiz bowl, which will come up in November. So really busy. There's always something going on every month between competitions and trips and then community involvement.
It has been an exciting start to the 2015-2016 sports season. The Mighty Laker football team has had 4 games so far in this season from teams in LaRue, Greene, Casey, and Pulaski counties. Sadly, the Lakers have yet to win a game, but we are still proud of the boys. The volleyball team has had an amazing start to their season with wins against Warren Central, Rockcastle, McCreary, Pulaski, Clinton, and Cumberland counties. They have won 2 different tournaments at Allen County, Scottsville, and E-Town, and placed 3rd at the Lafayette tournament. This past weekend, the cross-country team went to Danville and competed in the E.G. Plummer Cross Country Invitational. Runners Caitlin Conover and Joe Robertson both placed. That's it for this week's sports. See you next time.
Upcoming events this weekend include homecoming Friday night against the Adair County Indians and the first competition this season for the Mighty Laker Band on Saturday. Well, Laker Nation, that's a wrap for this first edition episode of WLKR. I'm Rebecca Barnes, keeping a weather eye on all your nautical news. We'll see you next time.